Hey guys, this is part 2. If you watched the first video, this is a continuation. So the card I picked for the first one was Choices, and I read its messages from Oracle, the Cosmic Oracle, and now I wish to share with you the vision behind that card. So many years ago, many years ago, I was going through something huge. I was going through a time of crossroads where I needed to make that choice whether I was going to stay in a relationship or whether I was going to leave. And it was so hard, especially for the fact that, to be honest, there wasn't anything wrong with my relationship. It was a good relationship. I had 2 kids. Well, I have 2 kids. But, all was well. That and my mind continued to remind me of that. The fact that I had a great life and I had stability, I had security, there was certainty in this relationship, in this connection. But my heart, on the other hand, wasn't happy. My heart wanted more. My heart yearned for more, so much so that I would sometimes go to bed, I would cry myself to sleep because my heart was sore. But I could not, for the life of me, figure out why. Because my heart and mind was in conflict with each other. Anywho's, one day I'm at the computer and my third eye started to buzz. So when that happens, it's like I'm receiving a telephone call from Spirit. So anyway, I was on the computer, so I turned the computer off, I tuned in, and that's when I saw a vision of this older Indian man. And he said to me, "I'd love to share my story with you." And I said, "Yeah, by all means, please do." So he then went on to show me his life in India. He was married, he had children, and he showed me how him and his wife were so different. They were living worlds apart, chalk and cheese. She was the type of woman who would gather with her friends and neighbors and gossip, gossip about various people in the community. And he was someone who was a lot more connected to source, to spirit. He would go for long walks and have deep meditations and enjoyed being in nature. And, to picture this, a tiger or a lion walking and the bird flying just above that creature, and they're walking together, and the bird is staying with the tiger because she loves the tiger. He loves the tiger. But the fact is that little bird is not able to fly higher because her loyalty is to stay by the tiger's side. So it was like this for this man and his wife. He was staying with her, but his heart yearned for more, to see what it was like to fly higher, and which meant not being with her. Anyway, he had to make a decision. He came to crossroads in his life where he needed to make a decision because he wasn't happy in his relationship at all. He wasn't being fulfilled in any way, shape, or form. He didn't feel he could effectively communicate with her. And basically, he just wasn't happy, There was no common ground except the children. So they were basically together for the sake of the children. So he had to make a decision. And he did. He made a decision. And he chose to stay. He chose to stay because he was afraid of what the community would think of him leaving his family? What would happen to the kids? You know, all these different concerns and fears arose for him. So he made the decision to stay. Now he fast forwards his life, and he's an old man. And he's at the funeral of his wife where they're burning her body. This is in India. And now I see the children dropping him home. And they now ask him, Father, are you going to be all right? You see, now the kids are no longer kids, right? They're all grown up. They have their own families. And so now they leave him because he responds, yes, children, I will be fine. And so they leave him. And I can see him walking to this big empty house, where he then turns to me and he starts to cry. And I say to him, I'm sorry for the loss of your wife, because I think, you know, that's why he is crying. And he turns to me and he says, I am not crying because my wife has passed. He said, I am crying because I feel as though I've only lived half a life. And he said to me, and now it's too late. I am too old. I am too old. He said, don't make that same mistake. He said, don't make that same mistake. He said, follow the stirrings of your heart. He said, I listened to my mind, and my life did not change. And now I'm here in this big empty home. My kids are grown. My wife is gone. And I wonder what life would have looked like, have been like, if I did follow my heart. Where would I be right now? What would my situation be? And he said to me, now I'm here. I have regret. And he goes, and I'm not happy. And he goes, I have to wait. Basically, you know, wait to be reborn, to do it all over again. And to then come to that same point, that same crossroads where he gets to choose again between heart or mind. So anyway, guys, this vision greatly impacted my decision on whether I was going to stay or go in that particular connection. And it really had a huge influence on my decision. But something else did happen as well as that vision, because I stood by the wall and I was just crying. I was in tears, and I said to Spirit, you know my heart, but I'm afraid, you know, because there is no certainty sometimes when you're following the heart. There is no backup plan, safety net. And Spirit said to me, and this message is for everybody who finds himself in that same situation. Spirit said, if you follow your heart with the intention to serve, always will you be looked after. Your bills will always be paid. Your children will always be looked after. And opportunities will come your way. And this was their promise to me many moons ago, guys. And this is Spirit's promise to us when we follow our heart with the intention to serve, when we are in alignment. Because when we follow our heart, we are in alignment with our highest selves. And when we are in alignment, things just flow, synchronistically, and miracles happen, blessings happen. The road is a lot smoother when we follow the stirrings of our heart. Anyway, guys, enjoy your day, and I will share with you soon.